Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, excuse me, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Wow, what some really interesting news going on in the digital asset space. I was going to wait and perhaps go live and do a live stream today to share this absolutely exciting news because I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear the word on Celsius and the Flare network. I'm going to share that with you later in the video, but I have to tell you this information coming out of a division, if you will, of the SEC trading, the trading in is it marketing or trading marketing, something like the trading markets division of SEC of the SEC was basically stating a no action letter, right? On the trading of digital securities is going to be, that's absolutely massive news in so many ways. In so many ways. So security tokens, guys, we've said it from day one on this channel. Do not sleep on Dharma and do not sleep on Securitize. Right? You know, SBI's got a relationship now with Securitize as well. I believe the SBI, Mr. Yoshitaka Katao, invested in Securitize. So absolutely outstanding. A couple of interesting, timely articles put out by Ripple on Ripple.com about the interoperability of CBDCs, and Marcus Treacher just came out with another thing from Ripple as well. We are going to go over that because I think it's important to understand where we are. Brian Brooks responds to the SEC's no action letter, which is really cool. We'll cover that some as well. But this is, you know, we're moving forward in a big time way. We really are. And again, my guy is telling me something about this November 30th thing. I'm not sure what's the deal with the end of November, but it is going to be another thing that's going to help move this space as a whole forward. So really excited about that. Wherever the elections are is whenever the elections are. But 2021, yeah. I don't even know when the elections are. Is it this November? I don't know. Is it this November? It probably is. It's 2020, right? So 2016, yeah, so probably. So in any case, I know who I'll be voting for. That I do know. So what's the deal after the election? It's going to be pretty significant. You know, for me, I've always said, for me, XRP is the $20 to $26 at the end of 2021. That's what I'm planning on in terms of collateralizing XRP, loaning out XRP. This is what I'm planning. I'm planning 2021, and I'm planning $20 to $26 per XRP. You know, maybe 28. That's what I'm planning on. I do know without question that there will be major options to take advantage of on Celsius platform without question, on Kava, I believe. And I'm really curious to see how far along Flare network is going to be and at the end of 2021, right? I think Kava will be further along. So we have to look at that one. But Celsius is the furthest along. But I'm really curious on the whole lending your XRP, right? So right now, Celsius takes the digital assets that are on there and they give you back 80% because they lend them out, if you will, to institutional investors. That's a model, but it's a slightly different model than I think Kava is going to do. And what I just said, Flare is going to do. So right now, the greatest yield platform out there is Celsius Network. So, and we'll cover that a little bit, huge announcement I'll share with you guys. But let's go over this. All right, guys, so listen, this is going to be your XRP Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's do this. So let's first start out with, it was something from James. Oh, you know, let me share this first. So guys, listen, XRP Crypto Wolf, what's going on, my dude? Thank you so much for taking your time, energy, and resources to share with the community. Speaking of Flare, guys, be careful. XRP community, please be careful because scammers have created a fake Flares network Telegram to steal XRP. Unbelievable. So spread the word to warn everybody. Absolutely everybody. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is an interesting thing. I'm going to go over this maybe on a live stream. Shout out to my dude, James Rule XRP for getting this to me in a message. This is really an interesting study because it's come out of Cambridge. Cambridge Center for Alternative Finance, University of Cambridge, Judge Business School. And for me, this points again to UBRI, which is a spring kind of initiative, University Blockchain Research Initiative, I believe it is. And this is an interesting study from this particular university. And I think, you know, these universities and partnering and dealing with these universities was a genius move by Spring and Ripple. And so, yeah, we're going to go over the study. One of the interesting paragraphs or chapters here is mining pools. Mining says the backbone of the industry, hashing as a business. Where are we on the proof of works energy consumption? Interesting. So perhaps on a live stream or something, I will go over that because I do think that is significant. But basically there's no action letter from the Division of Trading and Markets. That's what it was. Trading and Markets from the SEC. It says, Dear Ms. Bailey, your staff has asked about the application of the joint staff statement issued on July 8th of 2019 by the staffs of the Division of Trading and Markets, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, and the Office of General Counsel, Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA, to register broker-dealers operating alternative trading systems, ATS, alternative trading systems that trade digital securities. And ATS is essentially exchanges, but that operate and deal in security. So this is, you know, the four purposes of this no action letter. The term digital assets refer to an asset that is issued and or transferred using distributed ledger or blockchain technology, including but not limited to so-called virtual currencies, coins, and tokens. A digital asset may or may not meet the definition of a security under federal security laws. For the purposes of this no action letter, a digital asset that is not a security is referred to as a non-security digital asset, and a digital asset that is a security is referred to as a digital asset security. So this is a no action letter, right? And so the background behind it is pretty significant, right? Some people writing in and saying, what's going on? We're looking to want to do something in trading securities. What's that going to look like for us? And this is the response to this. And so a no action letter in reference to securities, security token offerings, STOs, that's a big deal. That is a significantly big deal. The joint staff statement described several non-custodial activities involving digital asset securities, including where alternative trading systems matches the orders of buyers and sellers. Buyers and sellers of digital asset securities, and the trades are either settled directly between the buyer and seller, or the buyer and the seller give instructions to the respective custodians to settle the transactions. Okay, and so it tells you the steps here, and I think that's cool. But the bottom line is they have come out, the Trading and Markets Division of the SEC has come out and said that this is a no action letter. And so what it does is it gives these particular platforms an opportunity, right, to deal in security tokens. And this is big time, because this is going to bring in institutional money, right? These are places that they're accustomed to moving. And so in addition to that, this means that you're going to see another ramp up of things becoming tokenized. It's not going to be just real estate or art. You're going to see more and more stuff become tokenized. And for us, And I really do think that the ledger is going to really, the XRP ledger is really going to have a place in history because it is value agnostic, and you can put anything on it. And XRP can act as a bridge currency in anything. Is really, 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 really massive. So again, I saw something from Brian Brooks, so I can find it. Actually, it's kind of singing the praises. Here it is. Hats off to the SEC_news. Today, the Securities and Exchange Commission issued a no action letter authorizing crypto security tokens to trade on registered exchanges. Good day for investor protection in an emerging asset class. And an emerging asset class for you and I. This is great. I understand we're so early. You and I were early. We've been in this thing, since 2016, right? I've been in the space trading, day trading since 2016, right? And so, my goodness, to be ahead of the game in a new class. This is a new asset class. It's just getting started. And to be ahead of the game and to know about particular platforms like Securitize, or to know about platforms that are already in the tokenized real estate game already, to be aware of them, to know who they are, right? To know that there's such a thing is absolutely massive. You and I, we are, wow, I tell you, head up, shoulders back moment. I hope you see it. All right, what else we got here? That's really, really great news as well. So I want to go over this thing from Ripple, from Marcus Treasure. But remember, just a couple of days ago on the 24th, interoperability will determine CBDC winners and losers. Interoperability will determine that. And we all know about the ILP. Let's not sleep on it. Let us not forget that the W3C has it and is working on it with Ripple. Let us not forget, Ripple created it, gifted it to the W3C, and together they're working on it and and improving it. That is just simply a fact, right? It is there. And I always say this because a lot of people want to get on the new thing, the new blockchain, the new ledger, right? Or and just think, what superior, they think like, I don't want to call a particular digital asset out, but right? There's some other stuff with some X's on it, right? And so they want to say that's the new thing and it's perhaps it's better technology. But in the end, where's your use cases? In the end, where's your partner? Where's your live partnerships that are using the technology? Where are those? Where are the governments? Where are the central banks? Where's your partnerships? Where are they? Right? Because this awesome, great technology is cool. But here's what I'm going to say to you. The powers that be are going to they're going to first look to something that they know is proven and something that they know. Something that they know is proven and something that they know. That's Ripple and XRP, guys. And quite honestly, it's the XRP ledger as well. Something that has been proven and something that they know. So when it does come time to flip a switch, when it does come time to turn the thing on, they're not going to be looking to some new technology that's just kind of coming out, right? So like for me, her Hedera hash graph is on that same kind of path that Ripple has been on since 2012. Hedera is on that now, right? With that next level of technology, but they're on a path. They got to get some, right? They have to get more partnerships, got to get more use cases for that next level thing that they're looking to do, right? They got to get that. So the powers that be, when it comes time for them to want to go somewhere, they want to go with something that they know works and it has been proven, right? Something that has been proven and something that is known. That's the bottom line. And in addition to that, they're going to go in a direction that where they feel as though people are looking to work with them, not disintermediate them. It's the bottom line. Everyone wants to feel like they have a place in this new space, right? Everyone. And so it's hugely important to know. Don't sleep on the ILP, guys. Do not sleep on Dharma, and do not sleep on Securitize, especially. Watch their names start coming up in the fold again. All right, so that's an interesting thing from Ripple today. I'm not going to read that one. This is the one I wanted to go over from Marcus Treacher, and I'll try to be as brief as I possibly can, but I think it's important. Marcus Treacher, the role of blockchain and digital assets in cross-border payments. In our last discussion, we show how the fragmented landscape of cross-border payments is being redefined by the power of ISO standardization and the fresh technology approach of RippleNet. And shout out to all my friends out there in the podcast world. If you're hanging out on Stitcher or iTunes or Spotify, I appreciate you being here, my friends. Today, cross-border payments are on the cusp of transformation. Blockchain technology and digital assets like XRP can create a more frictionless cross-border payment experience. And by the way, there's something that came out from the Bank of England on cross-border payments and how important that it is as well. Bank of England, current Ripple partner. So at Ripple, our mission is to remove friction in global payments and enable money to move the same way that information does today, digitally and instantly. We work with banks and payment providers. And by the way, that ratio is about 50-50 for those of you who want to kind of espouse this whole bank coin thing, right? So we work with banks and payment providers to modernize legacy systems using blockchain and digital assets to make sending money around the world easier and more reliable. Our philosophy is to provide each bank and payment provider with a real-time connection to a global network called RippleNet that rigorously adheres to the ISO 22 standard. He shortened it. Nice. I like that. Enabling these organizations to send and receive payments on behalf of their customers between each other immediately with finality and transparently. Transparently. All right. Regardless of the amount of money being sent or the currencies that is needed to be sent from and to. Listen, this is, again, it's just, who are they going to turn to? And I'm talking G20 nations, G7 nations, the WEF, the UN, the IMF. Who are they going to turn to? The new and upcoming technology, or something that has been proven, technology that has been proven, and technology that is known? You just got to ask yourself that, because there can't be any mistakes. And time is not on their side. There can't be any mistakes. Ledger, not a single error. XRP Ledger, not a single error. Not a one. Not one. Not like 1.5. Oh, you know, we've had less than 3 errors in, since 22. Not a one. So important. But being able to send a payment immediately across cross borders does not solve the whole problem. This is because funds need to be placed in the right accounts in the right country at the right time to allow payments to actually flow. This need to pre-fund accounts is called the liquidity problem, and it is one of the causes of holdups with cross-border payments. To solve this, Ripple has developed a solution called on-demand liquidity. And this is the thing, I'm not sure, I guess maybe, just for the new people. RippleNet is one product that Ripple offers. ODL is another product that Ripple offers. You see what I'm saying? 2 different products. ODL absolutely 100% uses XRP. To solve this, Ripple has developed a solution called on-demand liquidity, which uses the digital asset XRP to enable funds to be sent to destination accounts immediately, literally on demand, rather than days beforehand. And this is the thing that I'm not sure. When the world and the masses get liquidity, we've always said on this channel from day one, the global economic crisis has zero patience and waits on no one. Without question, the global economic crisis is the lack of liquidity, right? So like the speed of money is at a stand. There's no such thing. The lack of liquidity is the global economic crisis. That's the bottom line. That is the crisis. You could talk we can talk what causes this hyperinflation. We can talk hyperinflation, right? We can talk deflation. We can talk any of those kind of inflations you want to talk about. But ultimately, the lack of liquidity is the challenge. Okay, so this says, let me read this again. To solve this, Ripple has developed a solution to solve this need for pre-funded accounts that not just the US participates in, but all the major nations in the world participate in this, having to pre-fund accounts. All the nations, not some, all. That's the system. The system is put together and made of having to pre-fund these accounts. Trillions of dollars are locked up, sitting dormant, waiting for a particular transaction that may or may not happen. To solve this, Ripple has developed a solution called on-demand liquidity, which uses the digital asset XRP to enable funds to be sent to destination accounts immediately, literally on demand, rather than days beforehand. In this way, the digital asset XRP is especially useful in making cross-border payments faster, more efficient, and less costly. And again, I'll say it on this channel, we said this before, when it comes to this digital asset space, blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Litecoin, when you talk that stuff to the powers that be, the WF, the UM, the IMF, the G7, the G20s, when you start talking, all they're hearing is straight out of Charlie Brown. But when you bring up cross-border payments to a person, to a man, to a person, they all open up. The ears start to perk up. They are all in agreement. There's not one of them says, cross-border payments, we're good. This thing is smooth. It works great. It's so cheap. None of them say that. They are all in agreement on the dilemma, right? On the challenge that is cross-border payments. They are all in agreement. What do you think they're going to go to first? Because they're all in, not necessarily first, but where do you think they're going to go and address? You think they're going to let that stem? They all agree that it's a challenge. It's a major one. They all agree. You don't have to convince them that, this is something that we should put at the top of the list to start working on. They're all in agreement. And that's important to note. All right, so in this way, the digital asset XRP is especially useful in making cross-border payments faster, more efficient, and less costly. XRP acts as a bridge between two different currencies, ensuring that payments are delivered and received in a given geographies or user's local currency instantaneously. This is what the masses are demanding. Instantaneously. RippleNet, again, this is RippleNet. We're not talking RippleNet. We were just talking ODL. Now we're going to talk RippleNet. RippleNet is a decentralized global payment network that can send and settle global payments on demand using rules and standards approved by its members and aligned with the ISO 20022 standards. And then before I go on, let us not forget what Mr. Brian Brooks is doing at the OCC and having given permission for banks, right, to custody digital assets, giving them permission to custody it, which is essentially giving them the door. Okay, here's this ODL door. that you can now participate in if you'd like to. You don't have to. You could keep pre-funding if you want to, but you don't have to. And in the world of that quote unquote competition, in the world, in the market, in that market where you're looking over your left and you're looking over your right, your bank in the middle, or a financial institution in the middle, and your boys off to the left and the right said, really? I can get out of this. I can get out of this pre-funding freaking wheel, spinning wheel. What do they call that wheel that goes around and around and around? Hamster wheel. I can get out of that. I can hop off of that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of that. So the dude off your left said, yep, I'm on that ODL thing. And you're just hanging out on RippleNet, taking advantage of what RippleNet does. It's cool. Look, that connection and the power of the network and this network effect is cool, but man, I'm not saving as much money as I could be saving that I could give back to, people that I got to get it back to, than if I was on utilizing ODL as well as being on RippleNet. That is going to be the fork in the roads. This is the option. And what Ripple and his genius decided to do, right currently, instead of saying this is what you have to do, they give me an option to do it. Here's the buffet. Here's RippleNet, here's ODL, here's the ILP. I humbly believe in a few years, it's just not going to be an option. It's going to be a no-brainer. And since it will become a no-brainer, I believe there's not going to be an option. It's just going to be RippleNet, ODL, RippleNet, ODL, RippleNet, ODL. It'll be all like one thing. Right now, it's the option. But in years to come, I think it's going to be like, why will we even think about it as an option? It makes no sense. Why would we not go to 60 to 7% savings? And why hang out in 40% when we don't have to hang out in the 40% savings area? This is what I believe. So RippleNet is a decentralized global payment network that can send and settle global payments on demand using rules and standards approved by its members and aligned with ISO 20022 standards. In this way, RippleNet can cut the settlement period on cross-border payments from 3 days down to 3 seconds. Again, in the world of market, where the market is the biggest player. It's not one entity and the size of an entity that is the biggest player. No. The market is the biggest player. Are you going to be the one on the outside looking in on the RippleNet? I don't think so. It's not a good business decision, right? So RippleNet can cut the settlement period on cross-border payments from 3 days down to 3 seconds. And you're not going to do that? SME, financial institution, bank, you're not going to participate in that? You're going to, yeah, 3 days. Hey, it's not 5 days, it's 3 days. We're good. In the market, you're going to say that? RippleNet can cut the settlement period on cross-border payments from 3 days down to just 3 seconds, making this process truly frictionless. Truly frictionless. The growing market interest in crypto and cross-border payments, right? So we know about that. I don't have to go over that, but I do want to point out that they're making a concerted effort to again let the world know what they have and how valuable it is and can be. And I trust me when I say, when your neighbor is doing something and sending money and this and your bank and your FI is not offering it, right? Oh, my bank's not, I don't get, my stuff's not in. What do you think's gonna happen? Right? What do you think's gonna happen? Remember, there isn't a bank without a depositor. And depositors getting the word, and they will. When they get the word that they can do some stuff instantly, if their bank's not providing, they're moving on. If their financial institution is not providing it, they're moving on. And if it's more expensive using PayPal or Visa or Google Pay, if it's more expensive, they're going to move on to something that's less expensive. because it's available. It's out there. And they'll get word of it eventually, right? And so I'm not going to go into all the different stuff here, but I do want to point out here, he said a report from Fidelity Digital Assets surveyed 800 institutions and investors and found that nearly 80% of them noted compelling characteristics about digital assets, such as high potential upside and a lack of correlation. That's the key. It's the lack of correlation to other assets. Institutional money is wanting to move into non-correlated assets, not correlated to the current financial system, especially the dollar, especially the dollar. So this is a great write. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I just wanted to kind of bring that to some of the new people that may or may not be familiar with the difference between the ODL and Ripple Net. So it's Ripple Net, it's the ODL, it's the ILP, it's the greatest digital asset ever created. And XRP and Cody is just a monster waiting in the wings, waiting to explode onto the scene. So let's see, what else do I want to cover? This is a very interesting listen to. It's only a minute. I'm going to let you listen to that, but let me first cover this. Bank of England. Improving cross-border payments will benefit individuals, businesses, and the wider economy. That's why we are supporting international efforts to enhance cross-border payments and renewing our real-time gross settlement payments infrastructure. Bank of England, Ripple partner. Bank of England, Ripple partner. Let me go over the big news, all right, because this video is getting a little bit long. I want to go over the big news that we discovered today, and this is from Flare, right? Flare is delighted to announce that Celsius Network is officially supporting Flare's Spark distribution. So all of you out there wondering about if Celsius is going to do it, that is the word. This is coming from Flare Networks. Thanks, Alex Mashinsky, for working with Flare on this. Hashtag unlocking value. Big deal, guys. Actually, I'm so very excited about this. Now, I did see another tweet. Someone tweeted that they were also going to support the XRP that was locked in collateral as well. Now, I haven't got that word yet. I'm in the middle of watching the AMA from yesterday. I'm in the middle. I'm on 31 minutes into an hour and a half, so I'm a third of the way through. He hasn't mentioned the Flare thing yet, okay? But obviously it is true because this is coming from the Flare network, but I want to learn more and find out for sure that they're going to be supporting kind of that locked up XRP as well. So locked up means you have a loan and you used XRP as collateral, and that is locked up. I saw a tweet on Twitter that said that they was going to support that as well. So even the XRP that's locked up as collateral and not earning interest, right? You got an interest wallet, if you will, and you got a collateralized wallet, if you will. Okay, in the collateralized wallet, your XRP is not earning interest there. In the regular wallet, where you just deposit and you're not doing any kind of loans, that is earning interest, right? So those two different wallets. But what this guy on Twitter was saying, that in terms of the Flare support, that distribution of the Spark token, that Celsius was going to support, that was in collateral as well. So again, I haven't heard that word yet. When I do, I will let you guys know without question. But I think this is absolutely exciting news. And oh, by the way, listen, to be fair, I'm going to share also, to be fair, that Exodus is going to support it as well. So let me see if I can find that one. This is something that I saw. Yeah, so here it is here. Shout out to Mac Attack XRP. How you doing, brother? XRP Flare market participants can now claim Spark in one click through Exodus crypto wallet. For those of you who are fans of Exodus, I know they have some people on this channel. Exodus wallet will be supporting it as well. And here it shows you. Someone asked about it. Hey, Exodus, I just want to be able to keep some of my XRP in your wallet and collect my Flare airdrop. This is from Diverse Investments. Shout out to Diverse Investments on Twitter. Hey there, says Exodus. We hear you. in Exodus desktop's latest version, 20.9.25. You can register for the Spark airdrop in one click. If you haven't already updated the app, here's a guide for how you can do so. I'm telling you, Exodus is just, them guys over there are just so sharp and so very, very great on customer service. Very great. I mean, just good, great, good, great. Okay. And this is kind of shows you how it is and what you would do there. Register for Flare, right? Simple thing. And again, the first wallet that I had in this space was way before I got some ledgers and Ellie Pals and Trezors. Way before I got all those things, I had Exodus. And I got to tell you, I've never had any complaints. Any challenges I have, they respond back, right? In very good time, So there you go. For those of you like Exodus. For me, I am going to be doing everything on Celsius. Just for the Crypto Sieges home, everything on Celsius, because I want to earn XRP every single week. For me, that's what we're doing, right? We put tons of dollars, right? Taking advantage of that, what is it? 11.5% on stable coins, right? Got to take advantage of that. It's no sense for me in the Crypto Siege zone. Not telling you to do anything, but it made no sense for me in Crypto Siege to leave some stuff in the bank at 0.01%. When we can take that tons of money and put it in a stable coin and get 11.5%. And check out that weekly thing. We can take the weekly and go right into digital assets every single week, right? Every single week, take advantage of that. So for us, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna be taking advantage of the distribution from Flare. We're gonna be taking advantage of it on Celsius, because again, they're paying us interest while we're waiting for this thing to come, right? They're paying us out XRP every single week while we're waiting on it, right? And so again, I would never encourage anyone to put 100% anywhere. That's why we have, we have two of all the cold stuff, so that we don't have 100% on anything, right? On anything. I love Celsius. I'm not putting 100% of my assets on Celsius. I love Ellie Pal. Not putting 100% of my Ellie Pal. I love the ledgers. Not putting 100% of my assets on one place in one spot. Not doing it, right? Just not safe. It's just not safe. So there's the big news, guys. And again, to be fair, I want to share about Exodus as well, right? And so that is really, really great news. I hope you are 1000% excited about the fact that Celsius, Flare Network put it out that Celsius will be supporting the token drop, the airdrop that's going to happen in December. And what I like about it is the more XRP I earn on interest every single week, the more of them tokens I'm getting from the Flare Network without having to do anything. Just getting, getting XRP, getting more XRP, which means I'm getting more Spark tokens, more of that airdrop, which is free money. Really, really cool. All right, guys, listen, I am going to, and guys, that I'm an ambassador for the Celsius platform. I truly, truly believe that it is a sound saving instrument. I truly, truly believe that. It promotes all the things, the nice sound, not all things, but it promotes the sound financial principles. Saving, right? So acquire an asset, save it, earn interest on that asset. Why? Because you are deserving. Don't be fooled by the financial institutions that said you're not deserving. And here's how we can prove it. We keep lowering the interest that it's not even 1% anymore. And you're still doing business with us. That's how we can prove it. You're still doing business with us at 0.01 or 0.1 maybe. You're still doing business with us. You're accepting 0.1%. Willingly, under the guise of security and some FDIC thing, on your money. Without deposits, loans can't be made at a bank. Without deposits, loans cannot be made at a bank. The bank and the shareholders of the bank benefit from your deposits JP Morgan, quarterly earnings, 8 billion quarterly. How much of that are they giving you? 36 billion, not million, profit, 36 billion. How much have they given that to you? A fee for this, a fee for that. There's a non-active fee. Wells Fargo has that, a non-active. They'll take your money and charge you a non-active fee. And the Celsius platform pays 80% back to you and I. 80% of the profit. I mean, not profit, 80% of revenue they pay back. Not after they meet expenses and everything's being, 80% of the revenue they're paying back to you and I, right? 11.55% on your hard-earned dollars. 11.5% on your hard-earned dollars they're paying you. Not 0.1%, 11.5%. But you have to make the decision for yourself. You have to watch as many AMAs as you possibly can on YouTube from Alex Mashinsky and see if the message, check out the business model, see that it makes sense for you. And then ask yourself, does $36 billion at JP Morgan, how much of that did you get? And does that business model of 0.1%, does that resonate? And does that work for you? The depositor. There is no Celsius without us, the depositors. There is no Celsius without that. Celsius recognizes that and rewards you. They don't have shareholders. They reward the platform, the people who deposit on the deposit. There is no there is no Wells Fargo branch without Wells Fargo depositors in the branch. You see what I'm saying? And how do they say thank you? How do they say thank you? With a non-active fee, with a return check fee, with an ATM fee, with a withdrawal fee and deposit fees, with the opening account fee. Opening an account. You're doing them a favor. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to wrap up this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where they allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.